This cooking and nutrition portion brought to you by Save On Foods.
It's cooking time on Empowered Health, and I'm in the kitchen with registered holistic nutritionist Julia Alden. Julia, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
What's today's recipe?
Today's recipe is barbecued back pork ribs, and we're going to cook them for a period of time in the crock pot and then put them on the barbecue to finish them. The first thing we need to do is chop about half a cup of onions.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I will start with the sauce.
Okay.
So we're putting a cup of tomato sauce here. And we've got some brown sugar.
Right.
It's about a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. We've got some chili powder and a couple of cloves of garlic.
Right.
I use a little bit of chicken broth here, but you could use red wine or dry red wine or even water if you wanted to, just to make it a little bit less thick. So we stir that up.
Okay, and mix it all together nicely.
Mix it all together. We put about a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce in here.
Okay.
And the liquid smoke just gives it the sort of barbecue-y flavor. Some people don't want to take the ribs and barbecue them. They just want to serve them out of the crock pot. So this just gives it a little bit of smoky flavor like you have barbecued it.
Right.
And then hot sauce. I like the hot. I'll put a little bit of salt. So with the crock pot, you're going to cook them for about 3 hours in the crock pot and then put them on the barbecue, but it will make them so that the meat will absolutely fall off the bone. It is amazing how tender the meat becomes after cooking in these crock pots. And for anybody who's really busy, crock pots are lifesavers. I think that's probably good. We'll just stick these in here. So we mix this all up. And then what I like to do with the ribs is actually cut them so that it's almost a serving size. So I usually take, 3 or 4 ribs and slice through that and then just place them in the crock pot here. And then we put them, we put the sauce over top. And you can see how meaty these are. There's lots of meat.
Yeah, good thickness.
Yeah. So we just place them in the old crock pot here.
Right.
And put our sauce
over the
top.
On there. Okay.
Turn it on and walk away.
And this is going to stay there again for?
This is going to stay here for 3 hours on
3 hours?
On high.
So we can go watch a Bollywood movie then.
We could, yeah, totally.
All right. Julia, the ribs are out of the crock pot. This smells so good.
Yes, I'm hoping they're going to be excellent. Some people take them out of the crock pot and actually put them on the barbecue for a couple of minutes just to finish them off, but they're just as delicious coming straight out of the crock pot.
Right. And what did we do with the sauce?
So the sauce, we basically took the ribs out and put them on the platter, and then we took the sauce in the bottom of the crock pot and we put it in a pan and we boiled it down, I guess,
just to
sauteed it down to thicken it. So I'm going to try and pour this into this
right here
cup that we have here.
Nice.
And we would just take this to the table and let people serve themselves and have some sauce at the same time.
Well, this is going to be really good. And thank you so much for being on the show and showing us this awesome recipe.